Welcome back, gamers. Today we will be going through all of the juicy info that we've been given this past week. Most of what we are talking about today comes from the reviews that are finally being able to be published, and also from BiliBili World 2025. Now without further ado, let's get started. First, we have this announcement for Tokyo Game Show 2025 from Ananta and also from Manju. A day after, multiple reviews of the offline test for Azur Promilia surfaced. So let's get started by talking about these reviews and what they contained. Just recently, Azur Promilia has reached over 5 million pre-registrations. The original trailer for Azur Promilia also has about 10 million views on BiliBili. This game definitely has plenty of invested players. Now let's take a look at one of the new screenshots we have. From these GIFs, you can see that there's a skip option for the cutscenes on the top right corner. The game's character rendering, scene style, and bright colors are very similar to JRPGs and include lots of fantasy and isekai anime tropes. The player literally enters the world with amnesia. This fantasy aesthetic differentiates the game from a lot of recent releases that have light sci-fi or urban themes. The entire prologue is almost presented in the form of an anime with very little standing dialogue. The character's expression and movement are also very natural and smooth, as you can see. We meet Terara and Lyrica in Chapter 1. Terara is somewhat reckless and gives Chunibyo vibes. Lyrica is young but shoulders important responsibilities. There is no convoluted lore or dark tone. The tone of Chapter 1 in Charlulu Village is purely one of relaxation and comfort. These close-up face shots during early cutscenes give us a first-person perspective and clearly shows the character's micro-expressions. The bigger eyes and chubbier cheeks definitely give the character a more moe aesthetic. Alright, let's scroll up a little bit. We got the character idle animations, and then the Kibo animations. And let's stop at this one. The playtesters say that the pairs lower the break meter while dodgers have a time slowing effect and brief invincibility. Kibos automatically attack and use skills during combat. They also have a unique skill with a cooldown controlled by the player by clicking Q. Kibos evolve as they level up. Some bosses of regions are just Kibos that have evolved to a certain stage. Most wild Kibo are not hostile and will not attack unless provoked. You get Birdling, the pre-evolution of Cabbard, early in the game. Like with Pokemon, weakening Kibo in combat first increases the catch success rate. From this picture right here, you can see that there's a baby form, and then we recently learned that this Kibo is called Butterfloat. And then we have Lepidelic, and from the second promotional video, we saw that Lepidelic evolved into Phantomfly. So Kibos have more than the standard 3-stage evolution. The Kibos are integral to world exploration and home-based production, from simple matching of elements to get rewards to mini games and puzzles. The materials you get from exploring and farming can then be used to craft weapon, armor, and other equipment at the base. All tasks at the base are delegated to the Kibos, and each Kibo have different specialized skills suited for different tasks. The tasks are automated with a timer to completion. Matching a Kibo with a suited task decreases the timer. You can manage the base through the UI and also have auto allocation functions for the Kibo tasks. For the characters, they can equip weapons, armor, and accessories. All of these can be crafted at the base. Once your base is fully established, you will eventually have an overabundance of resources that will make grinding for better gear so much more tolerable. Now let's scroll up a little bit more. This is a mode called Kibo Duel. It is more like a real-time strategy game than a traditional card game. Different Kibos have different costs to summon onto the field, and the goal is to destroy the enemy crystal first. Assuming the cost generation is fixed, strategies can range from summoning lots of low-cost keybows to overwhelm with quantity, or say for high-cost keybow to overwhelm with quality. Alright, that's about all the info we got from the reviews of the offline tests. Now let's scroll up a little bit, where we have this Hanyo-Yo introduction. This was posted just before BiliBili World 2025 started. And then finally, we have the first day of BiliBili World 2025. During this event, players were given a chance to play a 10-minute demo of the game. The demo computers featured 4K resolution with max graphical settings and used a 5070 Ti graphic card. The demo map is not large and has only 3 warp points. The initial warp point is unlocked in Charlulu Village, and these warp points are called Star Vein Crystals. There were no other warp points on the map. The initial map has 3 bosses, which are the 3 featured on the official website. They can only be tracked but not warped to. Alright, let's scroll up a little bit more. We got some nice screenshots. Some close-up of the mirror that was there. And then some cosplay and merch. Then we got some close-up of the keyboard cards. We learned that the grass starter is called Leaf Fox, and the pre-evolution of Lapidelic was called Butterflow. Alright, let's keep going. Here are some pictures of the exhibition booth. And finally, we reached the end of day 1. From the attendees that were able to participate in the 10-minute demo, we learned that the game is now rated 16+. There is MC customization for eye color, skin tone, and ear shape, but you can't change the hair color or body shape. There was an icon for the keyboard duel on the map. There seems to be only 8 cards in the deck, and the player have 4 commands they can use to direct the keyboards. The weapon system was not seen in the demo, but characters have a panel called Star Blessing with a total of 5 levels. Each level has 3 points to upgrade, and you can use materials and money to enhance various attributes and skills. The stamina cap for the demo was 120, and each dungeon run consumes 20 stamina. Parries and dodges have 3 bars with a cooldown, so you can't just spam. Players can activate a special vision with the tab key to highlight nearby resources and chests. There's no stamina bar for movement. Characters can double jump, but there's no wall climbing, and there's no death from falling. There's no longer a battle boundary for normal fights as seen in the very first promo video. The bosses still have them. For some of the controls, left click is to attack, E is for skill, R is for the special, right click is to parry, and left shift is to dodge. Crafting is very important in Azur Promilia. You need to craft axes and pickaxes to chop trees and dig. You also need to craft different saddles for riding keybows if you want to mount them. Catching multiple of each keybow gives them a bonus, and keybows also have quests. You also have to craft the capture cards that you need to capture the keybows. They range from white, green, blue, purple, and gold. Alright, with that, let's just keep scrolling all the way up to day 3. We got the Cabert card over here. Got the cosplays from day 2. And then we get to day 3. The name of this yellow-haired girl is Lily, and she is a 4-star character. We've also got confirmation that Hanyo-Yo, Terrara, Miri, Pepe, Nono, and Symphoria are also 4-star characters. Farida, Chiyo, Morwen, Xiao, Ludica, and Luoqing are 5-star characters. Then we also got confirmation that Abby is also a 5-star character and is the Feather Dragon, something we've been speculating for a while now. She is considered a unique keybow and is voiced by the same voice actor as Kana from Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Alright, that's about all the info that I have for today. To end the video, we will watch the recap of BiliBili World 2025. We got the cosplays. There's a lot of people. Got the tote bag. And then the testing area. They really didn't want others to see the gameplay from outside. Oh, this screen right here is probably the character selection screen between the male and female MC. Alright, that's it for this video. Hopefully we get more information about Azur Promilia from Tokyo Game Show 2025. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.